Hey guys, it is Karen, and I don't have any space on my phone, so I'm going to do this unboxing live. Hi Sabrina, what are you doing there? Yeah. Ladybug, stop licking your foot. You go lay down. Go on. If you don't want to lay down with me, go downstairs. Go on. Lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. She wants to sleep in her bed and not in her house because she prefers that because it's closer to me, but the other dog is in the bed. So go downstairs and see Billy. Go see Will. Go on. So anyway, I've been having some, I've been having shipping drama. I was waiting for a baby doll to come from Mercari, and UPS said they dropped it off, but it actually never showed up, and they didn't provide photo proof, and so the poor seller and I have been going back and forth about it with Mercari, but I ended up getting a refund, which was great. And I guess happy accidents happen because then I found one of the BMR Ken dolls on sale on Mercari, and so I basically got them for free. So I'm sad that I didn't get the doll I wanted. Now this doll I got also off of Mercari. Didn't have any problems with this doll getting it. So what this is supposedly a an American Girl doll, a used Sage Copeland. She's not in great shape. I wanted a used one because, oh, they're too expensive new, and I'm not really like completely in love with them enough to buy a new doll. And I have two of them here, but they're not mine. They belong to my cousins, and I'm supposed to fix them up. And anyway, I just wanted at least one. So that's what's in this box. So it's kind of small. She must be like folded over. I'm wondering how bad she looked like she was in good condition except for her hair has been chopped off. So she'll need a wig probably. Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally bumped the camera. So let's see what she looks like. I wanted this one because I liked her freckles, and oh yeah, she's folded in here just like that. All right, let's get her out. More cardboard for me. Hooray. Sabrina, did that box scare you? The box is scary, I know. You gonna go down? Oh, Ladybug left because it scared her. You guys are such wimps. It's just a box. Look, come here. Come here. It's just a box. Okay? All right, so here she is. Let me get her out of the bubble wrap. I don't know how well I would say that wrap when I'm rating the seller. I don't know how I would say that's like, it's adequate, but she could have got damaged in that box. There was a lot of room. I would have put more packing in there, especially if she was like an expensive one, you know? I always think American Girl dolls are bigger than they are. All right. Her poor hair. So her legs are loose. They're looser than they looked in the pictures. She had her hair is a mess. Her arms are, yeah, you smelling that box? It's just a box. She smells like Febreze. She's pretty clean. Her arms are loose, but not bad. Now you see somebody cut her hair. Her legs definitely need to be tightened, so that's something I get to learn how to do. Basically, I want to practice like some of this stuff on my doll before I try to, like, I don't want to mess up my cousin's dolls before I fix them. So she'll need I mean, she's fine the way she is, but she does need to be tightened, so she'll need to be adjusted. Here's her face. Her eyes closed. She's very clean. Really, the only thing that is the problem is her hair, and that she needs to be tightened up. So, I mean, her wig is, she definitely needs a new wig, but that's not a big deal. I like dolls with short hair because they're not a pain in the butt, but wouldn't it be cool if American Girl dolls were articulated? Here's what I'm looking for. Let's just brush this out and see how bad it is. Sparse in the back. This poor doll has been through the ringer, it looks like. Let's get your parts situated. Somebody tried to give her bangs, that didn't work out. So, I mean, her hair is like wicked dry, but oh, this poor wig, look at it. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'm going to be looking for a wig now. I actually did find one that I liked. Her hair isn't as, said she had auburn hair, but it actually looks kind of like a light, I mean, it's kind of a reddish color, but she's cute though. She just needs her head fixed. I liked her. She's like in really, her face is in really good shape. Yeah, there's really nothing wrong with, I mean, she just needs a little tightening up, and she's got no stains on her. There's no stains really anywhere. Nothing major anyway. Her body is nice and firm, and her fabric's in good shape. So, I'm trying to make her stand. The freaking mess of a room. I'm feeling much better, so in theory I should be able to start lifting things around here soon. I'm all healed up. I got the clear to go ahead from the doctor. So yeah, so I just need to get this wig off and get her a new one. I found one that I like on eBay that's pretty at a good price, and it's a short curly wig. I might try that. We'll see. I have to wait though. But yeah, the other thing I didn't show you guys that I got recently, I don't think I showed you, was I got this first generation My Little Pony. I'm not going to start collecting My Little Ponies or anything. I had this one when I was when I was a kid in the 80s, middle school, or probably, yeah, middle school. What was I, 71? So 81, I would have been 10. So that, yeah. So I had this pony, this specific pony, and I no longer had this specific pony, but I'm trying to replace some of the things that got thrown away, misplaced, mostly thrown away. So I found this, and I don't know if I showed it to you, but anyway, I'm really happy to have her. This, I don't remember which this one is with the hearts. I forget what her name is, but I didn't have any of the other ponies. I just had this one. So, yeah, she's cool. I like my son watched all the new ponies, and was really big into them. And I guess you would say he was a brony for a while when he was little. But I like the new ones too, but like I said, this one is the one I had when I was little, and I had a specific story all about her. Hey Grace, how are you? How are you feeling? How's your foot? I'm good. I got the all clear from the doctor that did my surgery that I'm all healed up, and now I'm just trying to get my strength back, just trying to get back up to my old energy. And but I'm cleared to start lifting and trying to clear out this horrible room. Although I'm supposed to still take it easy. I'm glad you popped on because I got this American Girl doll used, obviously. This is supposedly a Sage Copeland, and her wig is in terrible condition. She's in good shape, except she's a little loose, and she needs to be rewigged. Yeah, are you going to need to have surgery to fix it, or is it just going to heal up on its own with support from a cast and stuff? And so you're like, I don't know, you're like a wizard with your American Girl dolls that you thrift. So I I have to, the only thing that's wrong with her really is that she needs her limbs to be tightened, and then obviously she needs a rewig. I've never rewigged anything. Like, so I'm going to have to look up, is it hard to do? Have you had to do any rewiggings yet, or? So I bought her because I have two American Girl dolls here that I need to fix, and they don't belong to me. They belong to my cousins. And so wait, I don't want all my OB, I don't want me or the, oh my gosh. Here, let's move you into the screen and see if I can't get that. Anyway, how did you, so I have one on eBay that I want, but it's not, I don't think it's an actual American Girl doll wig, but it's really cute. It's like a short curly wig, and I thought that would be really cute on her. So I'm not trying to restore her to like look like she's supposed to. But how did you put it on and stuff? Like when you take it off, is there like a lot of problems with the head? And then like what's under here? And then what kind of glue did you use to put it on? Here she is. I'm curious to see. So I have this one welly wisher, which I think is adorable. So here she is next to a welly wisher. I wanted to get one of each of these because I wanted to sew like the most popular dolls around. I love the welly wishers. I actually think they're more cute than the AG girls, but they seem to have a problem like with their legs popping off and stuff and breaking. This one is kind of tight, but look how cute they are together. Don't start me on a new obsession. I can't. Oh, you did? The February 14th video? All right, let me write that down. I'm totally going to go watch that. I don't have a wig yet, so it's not going to happen, but on your Valentine's Day. How did I miss that? Grace video. I'll go look that up for sure. This little girl, her hair is in pretty good shape up top, but the ends are a little snarly, but and she's got these damaged, I bet I could fix these, but there's pulls on them, but I'm going to use these for a pattern. You use nail polish remover only on the glue. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. And Marna has one. I've seen Marna's one where she unstuffs them and tightens up the legs. I'll have to go look for Marna's video on the hair too. Okay, her way seems easier and better, but you'd already done it. Well, I'm sure between the two of you, I can figure something out, right? So yeah, so I wanted to practice on this doll before I did the other two. Their hair is intact. Their hair is just like nasty, dry, and tangled. I'm gonna have to probably like boil wash the hair if I can, and like maybe condition it. And so this, but yeah, Sage. So I guess I'll keep her name Sage. I think it was like a doll of the year, but it's a shame they cut her hair off, but that's okay. That means I get her, and it's fun to make over dolls, isn't it? To see her legs are loose, so I'll have to tighten it. But she stands okay. Tacky glue. You mean just Aileen's tacky glue? Because I have that. I'm going to have to buy some actual nail polish. The nail polish remover I still have is no bueno. That's the one that's the one that destroyed this doll. So I need to get some real nail polish remover. I still need to send that out. All right, you can go down here. Her eyes work. She seems like she's in really good shape. The ones that my cousins have are like vintage, like from the 90s or whatever. So like I said, I want to be more careful. Wow, you did have surgery. Oh my God. 3 plates and screws. I wondered, wow, you really messed it up. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is a serious ouchie. I'm trying to think. All right, I'm going to try to figure this out while we're talking. I am so sorry you hurt yourself like that. And you just tripped on the stairs? I mean, we've fallen around here a lot. My poor husband fell down the stairs a couple weeks ago. I've fallen down the stairs several times and twisted my ankle really bad, but luckily never like snapped anything. Speaking of tacky glue, where is my tacky glue? If I was tacky glue, where would I have gone? Here I am. Wow. And so you're on crutches and everything, and yeah, that would be really smart. But I think there was like a couple people that said they wanted this, and I have to go. It was like before my surgery and everything, and I got very distracted and forgot all about it. So I need to go back and look at that video and send it off to whoever wanted. I think there was like a couple people, so I have to do the random number generator, but yeah. So how thick is this? Do I already have one set up? Yeah. All right. I don't know what I should do here. I have some actual work to do for a client, but I was the only reason I was live streaming, not that I don't want to live stream and talk to my friends. I do, but I didn't expect anybody to be on, and I'm out of oh God, I'm sorry, I was reading your thing. All 5 of them. Wow. God, Grace. Oh, have you ever broken? I've never like knowingly. I mean, I might have fractured a toe when I was little, but nothing that didn't heal on its own. I've never actually had a real break. The worst I've ever had is um tearing my ankle ligaments and stuff, like with a really bad sprain and being on crutches for that, but I've never actually broken a bone yet, knock on wood. So like I should go so I have work to do, but I don't want to do it. And I don't really feel like painting, like crafting, even though I need to craft. I'm just being a wimp. I need to glue this together. I don't know if I need a 3rd layer. Probably not. I'm just tired. Okay, so use tacky glue. That's surprising that you wouldn't have to use anything different than tacky glue. I hate that part of my body's in the camera. Oh, come down, tacky glue. I got an egg. I'm gonna try to do some egg carton stones, but I apparently need some kind of grout or spackling, or I mean, I don't need it, but I want it for the effect that I want to try. So I'm gonna have to go find some of that. Maybe I'll venture out into the world this week. So how many American Girl dolls do you have now, Grace? 50. No broken bones until now, and then you did 5 at once. Yeah, you're an overachiever, apparently, is what's going on there. So in theory, I'm going to take this and I'm going to do the edges like that. I don't know about this. It says instead of egg cartons, you can use these cup carriers, but I don't know. We'll see. What do you want, dog? Go lay down. Your bed is free. Lay down. Lay on your bed. Yes, you don't want stinky glue. Lay down. The dogs are all discombobulated because my husband's trying to nap and they have been locked out of the room where he's sleeping because they keep jumping on him and waking him up. So now they're like 10 of them. Wow. Are you gonna have like, are you collecting them for yourself, for resale, or both? All right, that's good. This was a thing that did not work out. I don't need to keep one. I might need to put those over there in my pile of garbage. Yes, you're an overachiever. Yep. You don't do anything by halves, do you, Grace? I keep trying to I keep cleaning this and then it's like a disaster. A jewelry channel. So I also used to sell jewelry. I'm going to absolutely have to watch. All right, what is your jewelry channel linked on your main channel or? Yeah, I used to sell jewelry at craft shows and stuff. They're for you, for your collection. That's cool. Yeah, I'm having the ones that I have to restore, they're in a box over there. I showed them off before. My cousin's dog got to them, and so they have actual tears in their bodies. And I'm not sure how to fix that. Like, I either have to put I'm gonna have to take the whole doll apart, and then I'm going to have to either resew the body, like try to figure out a pattern. I've looked online, and I haven't ever been able to find a pattern for them. So maybe there's something on there now, probably because the American Girl Company wants you to send off to their hospital or whatever. So to get them fixed, which I don't want to do. I mean, my cousins didn't want to do. I would rather, I mean, I could take it apart, I suppose, and then trace out unpick the seams and then trace out the pattern and then try to figure out how they're sewn together. Looks like they have I'd have to unpick. Yeah, they might be complicated. I don't know. I'll have to look at Marna's video where she unstuffs them to see what the body. Is this glued on here? I don't know. Which is your favorite one that you have, Grace, out of your American Girl dolls? Ooh. You and Tapping Flamingo are going to make me want to get back into I do want to get back into my jewelry, but it's buried. I have all my beads and I have a whole jewelry table over there where I used to do my, make my jewelry and stuff, and it's completely buried with other crap that got put on top of it. So that sucks. So I want to get this whole room cleaned out. There's so much in here. I've got a lot of bins that need to be filled and brought down to the basement, and yeah, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Years of just years of clutter, and this became a dumping room. You know how some rooms become a dumping room? This room became a dumping room. So I wonder if, hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Hi. My cardboard bin. Let's see what's in this, because I haven't looked at it in a while. I don't want this cardboard recycling bin to fall over. All right, just for grins, let's bring this over. see. Let's see what I have left in here. So this is when I used to sell jewelry. Hey, Marna. Here's some stuff that I have left over from when I used to sell. So I'll try, I loved these earrings. So these are things I made. I used to sell under this name. If I had earrings, I would, if I had pierced ears again, I used to have pierced ears. I used to have double pierced ears, but then my ears couldn't tolerate metal anymore, so I let them close, but I would totally keep these for me. Let's see what else I have in here. So like before the pandemic, I was doing some, here's some. I guess I could list them on my Etsy again. I had a separate Etsy for these. Thanks, Grace. Let's see. I love to buy old, this one is a memory wire bracelet, it looks like. It's kind of, I don't know what's going on with it. Why does it seem loose? Oh, because a bead broke. No, these are African glass beads, so I'll have to take that apart. But yeah, I'd like to get back to my jewelry. Here's one. It's a pretty, I should, so you can see that I've had, somebody gave, this was in a trade at the last craft fair I did. Somebody traded me some jewelry for a candle. So this is years ago. This is pre-pandemic. Doesn't really smell that good. I guess she made this herself. I don't know. Oh, odor eliminator. See what else do I have in here? Yes, Marna, I got this girl in the mail today. And she's in good shape, except she's loose. And her wig has been destroyed. So Grace was telling me to look at your video on rewigging. I know I need to look at your video on like restringing, like tightening them, but I don't know that I'm actually going to bother with that for a while. But I do want to have her rewigged, because I'm not going to put her, you know, I'm not going to have her standing up. She's just going to be sitting. I just want to sew for her and stuff, make some pretty outfits. So she doesn't need to stand right away. Her body's nice and firm, but I do need to rewig her because I can't stand that. Looking at her like that, that poor girl. Yeah, so I need to like look at yours and Grace's videos on that. But now I'm like obsessed with looking through my jewelry for sale stash that's gotten trashed. So that's great. So let's see what else we have here. I don't know if you can see this one. What else do I have in here? I was sort of over jewelry at the time, which is why this has been, I just threw them in here and have not taken care of them. This was somebody handmade this pendant and I turned it in, I think I got it in a bead swap. Oh my gosh. So I've like literally done everything. This is like wax cord that I've tied. I've like literally done every kind of jewelry that there is. I've even like soldered and stuff in college. This is tangled together, so I'll have to deal with it. I was really into cord at the end. Let's see what else I have in here. Here's another handmade. I really like this. Why would I sell this? This is beautiful. I should wear this myself. This is also on cord. This is a handmade pendant. I belong to many bead groups. This is a nut bead. You made a wig? I think we've all, Grace was saying that she just started a jewelry channel. And so we're gonna have to go check that out, huh? Here's another one. See, why am I selling this stuff? It's great. Well, it's because I don't leave the house and I have nowhere to wear jewelry anymore. I guess I could try to relist this stuff on Etsy since I'm not doing shows anymore. Do you guys wear jewelry? Maybe some happy mail could go out if you guys wear jewelry. This has just been sitting in a box. This is another handmade pendant from somebody. Oh, Lisa Peters. I follow her on Facebook. This is she's really good. I'd have to untangle everything first. I mean, I don't really just, this is like, what? Is this moonstone? This is really pretty. Yeah, I miss making jewelry. I've been, you know, tapping Flamingo. She's got me totally back into the jewelry bug, but I can't get to my beading table to deal with it and get to my beading supplies. Here's a button clasp that I made on a cord. This is a braided cord with, I don't know if you can see, seed beads. And this is somebody, I think I got this from somebody on Etsy, a beader in the beading community. I used to wear jewelry a lot, but I don't go out of the house anymore. So this looks like a strand of beads that I was going to redo, like tear apart, because I love to buy thrifted jewelry. And then, yeah, most definitely this I bought for the beads, the wood beads. I was going to tear this apart. This is a memory cord bracelet. I don't know. I mean, it was just, I did really well at the craft fair selling my stuff, but jewelry became very oversaturated. Everybody had a jewelry booth, and I don't know. I was doing polymer clay and trying to make my own beads and stuff. This is really pretty too. What the heck? Yes, I do watch Tapping Flamingo, and she's got me wanting to make jewelry again. I do want to like try to get my ears pierced. These magnetic clasps are no bueno. This one even broke just like I'm gonna have to take this apart because this broke. That's not good. I'm glad I didn't sell that to anybody. All these ones with the magnetic clasps, not good, especially with the heavy beads. I'll have to tear these apart. I love these turquoise beads I bought at a flea market in Ohio years ago. So another button clasp on cord with some acrylic beads. Yeah, see, you too, Grace, right? She's like, she's infecting us all. That's funny. I really love wood and nut beads and semi-precious stones, and I don't mind if they're not like, I don't mind if they're a little beat up because I like to make more rustic jewelry, obviously, so I don't mind if they're not like perfectly cut, or, I mean, I guess my clients might, but I don't. So, what else is in here? I mean, I guess I could, I don't know. I should try to get rid of this stuff or sell it. I'm not sure when I'm going to do another craft. There's like a winter one that I like to, there's a winter one that I like doing in the winter because I'm not a fan of the heat. So, I'm not even sure if I'm getting these in the frame. This one also is African trade beads. I don't know. Memory wire, just wood. And then the earrings. I always did the best. The earrings were like, oh, my cards are, I'd have to buy new cards. The, because I don't have this Etsy shop anymore. I had a website and everything for it. The earrings are always a really good say. I always took them to craft shows. They did really well. They were always the best. You could always tempt somebody into buying a pair of earrings. It was harder to sell the necklaces and the necklaces and the, whatchamacallits. Yeah, we have a lot of churches here, and of the churches in the winter, this one I bent the wire on. The churches all have like craft fairs in the fall and winter, gearing up, as they do fundraisers and stuff. So if you have a lot of churches around you, you could look at that. That was always a good place to sell little. And I wouldn't bring anything if you want to sell. I mean, earrings and stuff, like I said, do really well at those kinds of places. I honestly enjoy making earrings the most because they're just like, sometimes I just want to make a little thing and I don't want to spend a lot of time, but I just want to make something pretty. And I want to start making some doll earrings. But again, I'd have to get over it. These are all too big. Although they might, does this American Girl, she doesn't have pierced ears. No, I was going to say. So, yeah, it would be nice to, I don't know, I just like to do all the crafts. And so I want to get this room in order so I can get back over to my table. But you can see I really liked making earrings. They only do bingos, but then yet you have all the cool thrift stores, and I have no good thrift stores. So I guess it's a trade-off, right? Like, man, I would wear all these earrings. It's probably a good thing I don't. I really like to make earrings. And again, they sell really well. We have a big street, like in our town, we have something called Art Beat in the summer, and it's like a huge multi-street art fair that the city puts on. It hasn't happened because of the pandemic in the last couple of years, and I used to sell really well there, but it's so freaking hot. It's outside and it's in August and I can't stand the heat. I get heat stroke really easily. So I stopped doing it. But I might try, I was going to try it right before the pandemic started. I was going to try it to do like an art and jewelry booth, because I was going to sell art prints and my coloring books and then have some jewelry up too. That earring is not on the card. You have small diamond hoops and that's all you wear? Well, if I had small diamond hoops, that might be all I wear too, Marna. How pretty. They sound pretty. I love these because they look like little ladies with the nuts on them. Yeah, like I said, I have double, in the 80s, I had the double ear piercing and freaking rocked earrings all the time, but I was constantly getting ear infections, and I finally just was sick of it and I let them close. And it's not that I'm not allergic to metal, like, per se, because like I don't have a problem wearing metal anywhere else. I think it's just my ears are just, I don't know. So I was gonna try again to pierce them, but I wouldn't probably be able to wear nice, Grace. All right, well, thanks for popping in, and I'm glad the surgery went well and that you're okay and that you're just chillaxing. And I will definitely go check out your jewelry video for I'll subscribe to that. Oh, I love these, look. But I wouldn't be able to wear these brass. They would probably irritate my ears. I'd have to probably wear like hypoallergenic stuff. Yes, I'm so upset when you hurt yourself, Grace. That is like, to be off your feet like that and having to hobble around with crutches, and crutches are painful until you get used to them. They hurt your underarms and everything. So I'm glad the surgery is over, and so hang in there. So pretty. I'll put this away now that I've like rediscovered what was in here. Oh, I was selling these patterns too at one point, Marna. These are bunnies that apparently at that same show, but nobody really, these are knitting patterns to make these bunnies that I designed. If you ever want to try to knit one of these, let me know and I'll send you one. And now where am I going to put this thing? All right. This is the problem. I get one thing out and then it's a mess. I actually have to do a video on some knitting because my friend needs help with how to attach something on a pattern. So I was going to do a little knitting video to show her how to do it, but Marna, when you sent me that email earlier this morning, I was going to do you want to do like a bunny head that comes off like the or like the bunny reveal ones, or were you just thinking something with like a bunny outfit with like ears and a hood, or were you thinking like a full on like the Barbies? Yeah, I want to do some knitting. I want to do some knitting. Originally, when I started this channel, I was going to do knitting videos. That was what this channel was going to be about years ago when I first started it. So, I have a couple free patterns that I have up for on Ravelry that I could show how to do. They're very simple. One's a basket weave. Yeah, like the hat would be fun. You know, years ago, my Froggy stuff, I was just watching her open those Barbies with the you know, the animal heads. And years ago, she made out of felt, she made some of those for the Barbies. Before these were even popular, she made some animal hook, like, yeah, I have that witch doll, and I've also crocheted, you know, amigurumi dolls and stuff. I don't have any crochet patterns up that because there's like a ton of them, but there's not as many. It's harder to knit stuffies in than it is to crochet them because it's easy to do circles in crochet. So I was thinking, so anyway, I was definitely, I still get questions about like my bear pattern, or people are like, how do you embroider the eyes and stuff like that. So that was part of the reason I was waiting to get this overhead. So I need to clean my table. And I was waiting to get one of these overhead, that I'm shaking now, overhead video camera thingy-bobbers. I'm definitely going to go back and watch your videos on how to fix up the AG dolls, Marna, now. So the question, so I have this girl, right? And I never got the original one I ordered with the pink hair, which makes me sad. And the only thing is with her hair, it would be like kind of hard. You're right, I should, huh? Look at you thinking like practically. I haven't knit one of those bunnies since I had some for sale up at a museum and gift shop, and I haven't knit one since I knit one for my grandmother who passed away. I wonder where that went. I got it back when I got a bunch of her, which a lot of the stuff in this room is because of her. A lot of the reason this room is in chaos is because when she passed away, and then my cousin moved to Europe, and I ended up getting a lot of their stuff, and that's why this room turned into a disaster. Yeah, you know, I thought about pulling it apart and cleaning it, but she doesn't have any stains on her, and I don't know. I mean, yeah, this one, so like it would be easy to do it on this girl, right? Because her hair is shorter. The My Littlest Pet Shop one. These are cute. I don't know which one. It's funny how they're different. Like, because what? Takara gave them the right to do these, and then, but their faces are different. And also, I can't do a face up until I A, get another one, but B, I need to get like a jeweler's, a watchmaker's screw, because look at how small. I don't think I have any screws that tiny, or like something for eyeglasses. I mean, I might if I take her all the way apart. So I have the two that belong to my cousin that the dogs got too, and that are actually ripped, and I have to pull them all apart. And gosh, I can't stop petting her hair. It's so thick and nice. My God. I'm like such a tactile. I'm like, ew, sitting here stroking doll hair. It's crazy. Um, so I wanted to like at least practice on my own before oh, is that why they made them different? So they just paid Takara. So they made their own that was similar but different. I mean, the bodies are pretty, the plastic is different. Their arms are stronger and their knees don't bend, right? Yeah, it's so pretty. I want to like get more minis, and then I need to do some work though to get some commissions, and then I do want to take these eyes out. I just don't like the way they rooted the eyelashes into the eyeball. It drives me nuts. Takara pays Hasbro. Are they? They're not making them currently anymore though, are they? Yeah, I just ugh. So I feel like if I take the eyelashes out and then glue eyelashes onto the eyelash to the eyelid line, then there's going to be a hole in her eyeball, right? Like I see. And now Takara's not making them. Now it's the Good Smile Company. So they've got the first two out with Good Smile Company. Takara is no longer making them. So that's why that 20 Years of Love was so expensive, because it was the very last one. It was the first African American one and the last one that Takara was doing ever. Oh, really? So they're not like dolls. They're just little. I like these a lot. They're just not the same. You know, they're actually really cute. I was thinking of getting more, but this one I only paid $7 for. So I'm gonna wait till I find another good deal um before I do that. So I don't know what to do with myself today. I have work to do. I have so many projects to do and this room to clean. And I'm tired. I'm always tired. I'm so tired. You don't think so? I mean, I don't know. People, it just depends. I don't know what they're gonna. So far, they look pretty similar. Like there hasn't been much change. Yeah, I do too. I like them. They're just different, you know. They're just I like their heads are the way their heads move around, and I like how nice. I mean, and they have the nice little clothes rather than just coming like this. I don't like that they're painted on though. I mean, that bugs me. Oops. I mean, it's okay when it's just white socks, but I don't like it when like yeah, you really, I mean, yeah, you guys were very behind. I cannot wait to see your flapper dresses. I really can't. Marna, are you gonna ever show like all of the blides that you have? Do you have them all like could could you show off your collection of all the blides you have now? How many do you think you have? Just don't know where that damn wig is. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Oh, when is the reveal on that? You did a mini Blythe flapper dress. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see it. How cute. I need to buy some more of these because, like I said, I want to put some. I need to measure how big their eyes are across because I want to just get some straight up eyes. Oh my gosh, really? I don't know. I think I'd like to see them all. Like someday if you could film, do a video of all of them. It'd be cool to see them all. I need to measure where's that? God, where's anything in my room right now? I clean my desk and then I start something and then it's always a trash heap again. You know, Marna, you want to see something sad? When I had dressed your Blythe that you gave me and put her by my bed to cheer me up, look what her shoes did because I totally forgot about it. Look what her boots did. I forgot to put I forgot that she didn't have socks on, and I can't. It's not showing up. Look, it's fine, but I mean, I'm not sad about it. I can get rid of it if I want to, but I'm mad at myself for forgetting that she didn't have socks on, and because I was sick. I was recovering, and that was the last thing on my mind. I just liked how pretty she was next to my bed. And then I stained her feet, and I'm mad at myself. No, it's not your fault. I knew better. I'm sorry. She has her hands. Was changing her, and she took her hands off. It wasn't your fault. I just didn't think about it, and I should have taken them off sooner and put some socks on her or some tights, but, I was not in my right mind for a couple weeks, and so it's fine. I could always swap her feet out with another one. And Blythe sandals? Really? How's that big doll that you guys were doing coming along? I'm really excited to see that. I have one of those. I have one 1/3 scale doll. One of these AliExpress ones. And I bought the outfit for her on Ali. Yeah, I like them. I was just really intimidated about sewing for them because, they're so big. Now I have an 18-inch American Girl doll, but I didn't want to do it all by hand. I thought that was going to kill me. So I did not, I don't know, I think they're pretty. Like, she's really pretty. I think they're, this is the one with the cheap jointed body, but they've got this gentle face and really nice hair. This is like one of the first dolls I ever bought off of AliExpress after a Blythe doll. I bought this because I wanted to dress her as I wanted to make her a medieval, like historically accurate medieval outfit. And then I started getting the bug. I got the doll bug, Marna. So I got, I told you that one of those dolls of mine went missing. UPS supposedly delivered it, but it didn't show up. And so I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with the Mercari and the seller. It wasn't the seller's fault. It was UPS's fault, right? And so the seller was starting to get aggravated with Mercari because they were going to, at first it seemed like both of us were going to be out. But they refunded me or credited me the money into my Mercari account. And we're like, we'll do this as a courtesy, but next time, please have a more secure location. And it's like, this is my front door. We've never, in all the 14 years I've lived here, never have we had a package be stolen by a porch pirate. Not that it couldn't have happened. And I got the notice that was delivered at 5:11 and I checked at 5:30 and it wasn't there. And it was like, a really busy time of day. It would be very unlikely that somebody would like dash to my front door at that time of day when everybody was coming and going and stolen something. So, so anyway, so they credited my account, and last night, I don't know if they gave the seller her payment. I bet they did because they credited me. So they probably released the payment, but they also paid me back for the shipping. And so when I was online last night looking, which was really good of them. When I was on last night, I was looking online and I found that BMR Ken doll for for the exact amount as what I ended up getting refunded. The one that has the side shaved head with the glasses, and I actually haven't been able. He's been kind of scarce lately, so I snapped him up. He's brand new in the box, and so I snapped him up today. So we'll see. So yeah, she's really pretty. None of my dolls really have names. This doll does not have a name. Some of my Blythes have names, but this doll does not have a name. I should give her one. I don't know why people don't like these dolls. I mean, they're a really good price. They're articulated. They're cute. They're a good way to jump into something this size at a decent price. I'm sorry, I haven't looked at her in quite a while, so I'm just sitting here admiring her. I'm just admiring her. I don't even know if I have enough fabric to make her a skirt like this. Like, so that's the other thing. It's like, you know, you end up, I don't have enough fabric in my stash. I have fabric in my stash for smaller dolls, but not for a larger doll, so I have to stop buying dolls and start buying fabric. Marna. So, and you're right about those chubby Blythes. I have looked and looked and looked, and I cannot find them anywhere, like you said. And they were, I guess they must not have been that popular because they're just not selling them anymore. I don't know. I was going to get one too, but I wish they'd like read like that. Whoever was manufacturing them would come out with a new one, but like make it articulated with articulated arms and legs. That would be really cool. But maybe or if they would come out with something that was, what am I trying to say? So, because I was thinking, like, what if a doll like this, could you put a doll like this with a Blythe head? Yeah, I mean, that was smart of you to do it then because they are nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found right now. Like, I guess, and there was like tons of them. So what happened to them all? Are people just keeping them or, yeah, they're just nowhere to be found. So I don't know. I wonder if, see, I think it would be cute, the size of the head on this body. And she's not as chubby, but this would be a really cute body for this doll, I think, if you wanted a younger. I really like this doll. I really want to make something for her, and I really want, but I need to give her some hair. And I have a wig around here somewhere that I need to see if it fits her. If it doesn't, I'll have to make her a wig. But I really like this body so much. But she's like the Monst, you know, but bigger with that younger, curvy. Look at her feet though. Look how big. Yeah, these are cute dolls. I really like her. There's so much. I just want to buy all the things. I really do. It's not good. It's been my pandemic and surgery therapy. So yeah, I'm trying to rip this up because I want to make some stones for the giant dollhouse that I'm making for that Blythe that you sent me. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out. I might have to buy another. I keep telling my husband, go get me some Dairy Queen or something, and you have a couple of those dolls, but with rooted hair, with the same body and everything. So, Marna, what are the next challenges coming up? Because obviously I missed the flapper one. Are you guys doing something for St. Patrick's Day? Marna, you have so many dolls. I told Jay when she did that video where she did her doll room of showing kindness, I was like, you should go shelf by shelf and show off your collection. And I'm thinking Marna should also go shelf by shelf and show off. You have such a collection I would love to see, and we only get to see just small glimpses of it at any given time. I would love to see more of your collection, just without sewing or anything, just you showing off all the awesome dolls you have. Leprechaun. Oh, okay. So a goth leprechaun. That sounds like fun. I could, that's for next month? Maybe I could do that. Yeah, but you could start with the ones that are all over the house, right? Or you could do like Ellie did and do the ones by what's in the drawer. You could do what's in this tub. And then you could pull out the tub by tub. You've done them all before. So what are you saying? I have to go back and find them all. Sorry, as I hit this. I need to go back and just watch all your old videos. I'll do that if they're there. I'll go look. I need stuff to watch. I'm happy to do it if you've already done them. Goth Thunderstorm. Wait, let me write this down. So we have, here's the things I need to look up. Grace Jewelry Channel. Then we have March Goth Leprechaun. April Thunderstorm Goth. Okay. Is that as far out? Oh, April Thunderstorms. Ha ha ha. April Thunderstorms. That's cute. And what's the date on those? Is it the 16th or the 26th or the, what is the date on? Jay! Hi, Jay. Ooh, exciting. Okay. Jay, you have mini blights, right? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the next Dolls Gone Goth are so I can join in. Because, you know, I've been kind of... Look, Jay, look what I got today. The 16th of each month? Okay. This is a Sage Copeland that she's loose, but her body's nice and firm, and obviously her main problem is that she needs a new wig. You have the LPS Blythes, and you have one for Marna, right? You have like an Alley Blythe for Marna? I never did get that baby doll, Jay. It never did come. So I got refunded from Mercari, and then last night after I got the refund, I saw they had an unopened BM or a new unboxed BMR Ken, the one with the glasses and the shaved head, and so I, for like the same amount, and so I picked him up with this, so I ended up not spending any money on him. So I guess that was a decent trade, but now I still need a baby doll and I'm sad about it. So, but I'll find one. I'll get one later. I got the AG doll on Mercari. So I prefer Mercari because I really don't like the bidding. I mean, you can sometimes get a really good deal on eBay, but it stresses me out. The bidding really stresses me out, and the whole thing is just, it's too anxiety inducing. So I prefer Mercari because usually people will, you know, the prices are all over the place. Sometimes you can find really good deals. And in fact, what's funny about that one is I had 2 offers from the sellers for 2 different American Girl dolls, and I thought I was saying yes to the lower price, but I ended up paying more for the Sage, but it's fine. Yeah, like I said, I just like Mercari. I go to both, but I hardly ever buy anything off of eBay, only because I don't like bidding. So that's all. It just stresses me out. So if I see it on eBay for a good buy it now price, I'll usually do something like I'm probably going to get the wig for that doll on eBay, but that I have in mind for that doll, but it's not for bidding, you know. The reason I asked Jay about the mini Blice is because Marna and I are going to do we're going to do like little Easter bunny, like little bunnies for mini Blice. And you're one of the few people that I know that actually has minis. And I wondered if you wanted to also make a little bunny. I wouldn't mind the bidding. It's just that I don't like that automated bidding where people can outbid you at the last second with like where it's like it'll bid for you and then, or they have like apps that do it for them or whatever, that drives me nuts. Cause then I know they are so fiddly. It's a challenge. You don't have to. I was just wondering if you would want to try. I don't know though if I'm going to do it. I guess I should be really challenge myself and do it for the girl with the long hair. It would be easier to do it for the littlest pet shop because she's got a bob. It's going to be so hard. It's going to be hand sewing. Yeah. Yeah, like the bunny. Yeah, like the new reveal Barbies with the. Yeah, you guys always find really good. I don't know. It just stresses me out. I don't like losing. I'm competitive and it really irritates me when I lose. So, all right. Well, we'll email you on the deets on that then if you want to join in. I don't mind hand sewing for little things. I just don't like hand sewing for large things only because it hurts. It hurts me. It really hurts my thumb when I do it for too long. So I'm ripping this up because I want to make stones, but I need to get some like spackling or joint compound before I can really finish it up. And I also need to get some paints. I don't have enough paint. Yeah, so we're gonna, so I was saying that my Froggy Stuff had a video on how to do like full, before these dolls were even popular, she had done it as masks, and where she actually had the free pattern on her blog. So, but not for the suit, just for the heads. I am so tempted by the Jean dolls. I'm so tempted. I've got them. I got tons of them liked on both eBay and Mercari. I'll probably end up getting one someday, and it's all your fault, Marna. I didn't even, and it's all your fault, Jay, that I want a baby doll now. So, like a big baby doll. I want to be able to get my old little baby doll out of the closet, but I can't get to it because there's crates and boxes blocking it off. It's pissing me off. I really want to get some 1/4 size BJD like off of Ally too, because like Jay, you've got a couple of those that are so pretty. So what would you consider as a good deal, Marna? Like how much would you personally think would you not go over? I personally want one that's not in the box. It's kind of in rough shape, so I wouldn't feel bad if I messed it up. I know. I'm like watching all your baby doll videos and I'm just like drooling over like, I want one. I think I'm going to, I don't know. I tried to go offer a seller for an Ashton Drake on um Mercari last night, and it wasn't in great shape, and she denied my bid, and I was like, $40 or less, okay, with clothes and shoes. I see, I've seen the lowest I've seen of them is about 45. I haven't seen anything cheaper than that for but yeah, the Ashton Drake baby doll that I was like made an offer on before I decided to buy the BMR guy. It had like it had one of those frosted eyes, where the dolls get like the moisture or whatever in the eye, and then it's like permanently like gray looking, and then you have to like you can hit it with a hair dryer, but it comes back. And what else did it have wrong with it? It had something else wrong with it. And so I was like, dude, I know. I think the seller um I think the seller is just holding out because, it's a name, but I'm like, it's not in good condition. So, somebody's going to have to actually spend money to restore this, to either like replace the eye or all this other stuff that it had wrong with it. And I'm like, just because it's got the name brand doesn't mean that it's worth the price you're asking. So, plus shipping. So I was like, the heck with you. The heck with you, seller. You keep your broken ass doll. All right, Marna, I'll start looking on eBay. I have some liked over on eBay too. I just haven't, you know, because those, you have an Ashton Drake that's in really rough shape. How much would you offer to sell it for if you were going to sell it? I don't know. I mean, I have a few real Takaras, so I'm not against spending. And then that's about, and a baby like the Ashton Drake that I want is about the same price as a real Takara or a real Good Smile Blythe now. So I'm not adverse buying one that's in really good shape. But then, you always worry about like keeping it in good shape. That I just, it's just too stressful for me to buy a brand new doll and then, you know, oh, are you really? So are you going to do that? So what I understand is that so I don't like Mr. Super Clear, as you know. And I've like bookmarked a few videos to watch about how they do reborns, because I thought, I'm an artist. I might as well just like buy a cheap kit off of AliExpress, a ripped off kit, and then the reborn people will be pissed at me. But whatever. And then try to paint it myself. But I don't want to practice on a freaking art kit, like I'm not practicing on. But anyway, it seems to me like they use heat set paints and stuff. So I want to learn about that and see if that's any better than Mr. Super Clear, because I just, especially after the cancer thing, I'm not really about like spraying toxic chemicals into the air around me. I didn't like it before I knew I had cancer, and I'm certainly not. By the way, the doctor said I'm all clear, everything's healed up, and so now I just need to get my strength back, so my energy back, and I got to go through menopause. 25 pounds. Let me convert that to dollars. Let's see what the heck that is. Where's my, oh, my phone is on the thing. I'm recording with it. 25 pounds, $2. That's probably what, 30 something? 33.52, yeah. Well, that's what I offered. I offered, I offered 35. And she said no. And I was like, all right then. Or they. It's like, fine, you keep your busted ass doll, because it was going to take me effort to fix it, and I'd have to figure out how to like replace the eyes and blah blah blah. So yeah, so I do want to do that myself. I know, isn't that nice? It's like, it is very good. I'm just so relieved, because it was scary. Yeah, Everything looks good. I just need to be diligent in following up with the doctor every year, you know, and in case anything awful happened, they would catch it right away. But nothing awful is going to happen, right, ladies? Because I have too much crafting and dolls to deal with here. So I have a giant treehouse gnome home I have to make for, oh, so I did buy some elf ears for my blue-haired doll that my Linger sister that you gave me, Marna. So she needs to have elf ears if she's gonna live in an elf treehouse. Yeah, I mean, what is wrong with her? Is it just her hair? Is it her paint? Is it, I mean, if her body, you could always resew her a new body. Yeah, I mean, that'll be fun. But how many dolls are you you have you guys have so many projects. You're even worse than me. You're right, Marna. How's Tonkana doing, by the way? Oh, I want to buy all the Blythes. You bought her a new body. Well, that's good. And that's not much at all, is it? Well, now that your shoulder's better, I hope it's better, you can start getting on these. I saw those cute little baby outfits you made for the triplets on your Insta. I think that you two are like, you two and Ellie are the worst. Have gotten me like, Ellie's gotten me really back into the Barbies, and then the two of you with the all the different dolls. I see dolls in your channels and I'm like, oh, I gotta have one of those. Now I need to have a Jean doll. Now I need to have ridiculous. You guys are bad influences. No paint on her. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jay, you guys, I don't know. And then the two of you inspiring me with the sewing. It's like, I'm aggravated with my sewing machine though. I mean, I want to like keep it going because it was my grandmother's and she loved it so much and it is working. It's just sometimes I wish I could just go and buy a brand new Singer heavy duty, you know, because they're not that expensive and it would be new. You're gonna root hair? So what? You're gonna, if you do that, won't you have to like poke holes into her head with an awl or a needle or something first? I can't wait to see that. Are you going to make her a dress, Marna, or the chubby Blythe, a dress, or or is it going to be like little overalls or little pants or what? It's going to be cute. I'm also mad that I didn't get one. I thought they'd be around. I wanted to get one, but maybe after the supply shortage and everything stops, maybe they'll make some more of them. Goat harnesses. Did you have goats or were you just selling them for people who had goats? Goats are freaking cool. And baby goats are the cutest things in the freaking world. The new Singer heavy duties aren't too expensive because they're not computerized. They're basically like the old ones, you know, that are, which is why I would get one of those. I don't want a computerized one. I don't need all those crazy stitches. And the ones that are just mechanical, you can repair like forever, like my grandmother's. It's just, it's working in it, but it's just not like, it's just, it's just not, it's old, so and it needs to be really cleaned, and it needs more cleaning than I want to do and all this other stuff. And it's like, do I become a sewing machine repair expert to keep it going, or do I mean, I'm not going to get a new one anytime soon, but it's just you had llamas. Llamas and horses and all kinds of animals, huh? Now the problem with this is I need, it's not going to cover the whole thing because like an idiot, I glued in part of the floor. Son of a gun, what am I going to do? It's okay. I can just, I have this doll. I have several dolls I need to reroute. And a lot of these, oh, it actually came out better than I thought. So, oh, it's still kind of gluey. I have been getting a couple old Barbies. Ugh. And their hair is gluey, and I don't want to have to, and I've washed this twice and it's still gluey, although part of it came out really nice. And I have another old Barbie coming. And mainly I was getting these old Barbies because I wanted, I mean, how many blonde superstar Barbies does one person really need? But I was getting them for the outfits, but her hair is still really gluey. So I was thinking I should just yank out all the hair and buy some honey gold hair and reroute these girls. But I haven't tried I have some hair here from the Doll Planet, but I haven't actually done the, and I have glue for it, but I haven't tried it yet. I'm scared. 5 llamas. I have some fiber here in a spindle. I was going to, back when I was knitting a lot, I was going to try to do some, I was going to try to do some spinning as well. I was going to learn, but yeah, that just didn't end up happening. So in theory, you're supposed to be able to use the rough side. You put rough side up on these egg carton or drink cartons, and then you glue them down. Um, and then you can either just like, so a lot of people grout. So I could just glue it down and then paint it and then go get the, you have to seal it first, and then you have to use like, you can use joint compound or spackling or whatever to grout them. Oh, how many dolls? Right. All right, well, you promise us you'll do it all on camera so we can watch you do it. Yeah, I'm trying to, I really, that's like has been on my bucket list, is to make one of these one of these gnome tree houses. But of course I had to do it like, I should have just done it for like Blythe size, like mini Blythe size. It would have been a lot easier, but no, I had to do it for 1/6 scale because I'm crazy like that. So you know, I don't have anywhere to put a 6th. I don't even have anywhere to put that. So once again, I need to clean this darn room up. So it's just disgusting. It just sets me looking in here. I get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed, but it's okay. Right. So that is a thought, but so I've watched a million videos and it seems like everybody glues them down first and then you need to seal the pieces. You need to seal the cardboard. So like with a layer of like PVA glue or Mod Podge or whatever, and then put the spackling, then treat it like your grouting tile. I mean, I don't know that it would hold it, I guess maybe is the thing. It might not hold it well if they're not glued down first. And the cardboard flakes, apparently this stuff will flake with the spackling and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just trying to do it the way I think it's because it's really, it looks like it's thicker than it is, but it's a really thin, oh God. It's pretty thin. Um, so yeah, I guess I should just start, I got plenty here. I guess I should just start gluing it down. We'll see what happens. I don't have the grout yet. I need to go to like Walmart or, I tried to see if they had some at the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store and I could have it delivered, but they don't. So, and I was like thinking, I don't really necessarily what could I use instead of grout or spackling? And I was thinking, what about like filling in between with those dimensional pens, those dimensional paint pens? But, eh, I guess I'll try it the way everybody does it first, the way everybody in the miniature community does it first, and then see if that works. And then experiment with my own ways afterwards. I was originally going to make the stones, I was experimenting with like Mod Podging and taping and making each stone separately, but then I was like, this is way too much work and I'm too tired. So let me just grab a drink carton and try this way that everybody does. So that's why, because I was like over it. I was over it. It was too much work. I spent like an entire afternoon doing that when I could have been doing other things. And I was like, damn it. So, and Lord knows it's going to be enough trouble when I have to Mod Podge the entire house, entire bark and everything else. And I'm going to probably have to make some kind of, well, anyway, it's fine. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just, okay, Jay, I'm just tired. That's the one thing that's been the worst after this surgery is the exhaustion. And I'm sure it's partially a lot of it's to do with like the surgical menopause. My hormones are messed up, but that's all right. I'll get over it. At least I'm up at my desk working now. So we have the 6th. Oh, I got to write that down. The 16th. Let's get the 16th is when the goth leprechaun. Maybe since this girl needs an outfit, maybe I could make her a goth leprechaun. She looks like she could be a leprechaun. I just love this. This body is so nice. It's so sturdy and thick. It's just a pleasure to move around. I feel like I really do want to see, I don't remember I'll have to go on Allie and see what kind of neck joint she has because it would be really cool to try different heads on. And she just has a nice shape. I mean, she looks like an adolescent girl, but she's not shaped like an adolescent girl at the same time. She's just got a nice shape. So maybe I'll make her into my goth leprechaun, but I don't know what I'll do for showers. Thunderstorms, I mean. Could do something for thunderstorms. You're doing Blythes for all of it though, right, Marna? Because that's what technically the challenge is, Blythes for you guys. And do you have a green-haired girl for your leprechaun? It doesn't matter if this doesn't work because it's just cardboard, and God knows I have plenty of cardboard and I can make more. Oh, you're trimming your husband's hair. The Lucy doll is the only one that I have that I bought specifically for a challenge and that I'm going to keep specifically as that character. I love that you guys, I mean, are able to do that with the other ones. Oh, you're going to use Gothia. Okay. I could use my very first, when I first started doing the challenges with you guys, I had this girl. And she's an icy with a wig. I could make her, I could turn her into, she's just so, I bought a neck peg for her and everything. Yeah, that's what my husband does. He needs to shave his head and then I have to make sure that he caught it all. So I haven't touched this girl in a while, but she's an icy. The only face up I've done, really. I need to put that, I did buy that neck thingy. I bought one of these to try to stabilize her head. Oh, Rosie's gonna do one too? Yeah, I like her. I haven't done anything with her. Maybe I'll make her, maybe she could be the leprechaun. Uh-oh, are we gonna have to make a pot of gold? I am so in love with that Lucy doll. I'm in love with both the Lucy dolls. I'm so glad I found her dress. I mean, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of people that take the dolls and then sell them. They like piece them out and they sell everything separate. No gold? Could we do a pot of silver? I'm going to put a little rock in here, but yeah, it's so much fun to watch Rosie do her stuff. I also groom my dogs, and I have a dog grooming table and everything, but my dog, because she's half, she's Bichon Shih Tzu, and that Shih Tzu hair combined with the Bichon, it takes me hours to get all of that hair off. Hours. It's like a 3-hour job, and it's so thick I can't use clippers. I have to do it all with scissors. A pot of silver? Oh, cute. Did Darren make you a pot out of 3D printing, Marna? March 16th. So we only have a couple weeks. I guess I should get on it if I'm going to do it. Are you going to have like a little waistcoat and Let me see if I can, oh, I can't bring it up here. Never mind. I was going to say, I have a little leprechaun greeting card that I made years ago that I sell online, but it's a traditional leprechaun. Does he surprise you a lot with stuff that he makes? Shoot, I shouldn't have put that there because now I need something. No, it doesn't matter. My husband is not into dolls and he doesn't like them. She looks like a mother. Cute. She's a leprechaun mother. An evil leprechaun mother. Wait, just a goth leprechaun mother. Yeah, my husband is not going to like it because I'm like, well, the baby dolls are going to have to go downstairs into the bedroom because when I get them, he's so sweet. My husband grudgingly puts up with, but he's creeped out by dolls. So it's not just that he doesn't really, he's getting used to them, but he really doesn't like them. So that's kind of a bummer. And my sister is creeped out by the Blythe dolls. She loves Barbies and stuff, but she's creeped out by the Blythe dolls because their eyes are too big. And so it's like, I don't really have anybody there's nobody in my life except for you guys that understands. So I'm thinking of like doing, like I want to do a lot more doll photography and stuff with the Barbies and shit, but I don't know that I want to put I don't want my main Instagram account. I might make a separate Instagram account just for dolls because I tried to get away from that. I used to have so many different doll sites. I used to have so many different websites and like I separated out all of my interests but then it got too much. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it all under one umbrella. But now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that the people that follow me on Instagram for art and stuff really want to see doll stuff, So it's like, I might make a separate one, especially if I want to do if I want to do like stories and stuff, with the look dolls. I don't necessarily want that up on my main Instagram. I just don't want to hear, I don't know. I only want people that like dolls to be watching that channel. I don't want to hear any grief or just cluttering up everything. I just guess I should make something that only doll people like to watch so that I don't but it's hard when you have like several different hobbies. Just like how Grace, I don't know if you saw, was Grace wasn't on when you were on, Jay, right? But she was saying in the chat that she started a jewelry making channel on YouTube. So I'm trying to have some like littler rocks in between, but I don't know if that's going to work out. Darren is a sweetheart and talented. I mean, it's like you and Darren, and then Jagged BJD's Pat, and oh gosh, Belinda. It's cool to have your spouse involved. My husband's main hobby is record collecting. He buys and sells records, and they're everywhere, all over this house. And I'm like, so, the records have literally taken over every room of our house except for the bedroom and my office. And I'm like, so, the dolls are going to take over my 2 rooms then. So that's what you get. So I have to live with the records. You have to live with the dolls. It's exciting. She said, I was telling her, because I used to do jewelry. I used to sell it and everything, in one of my many phases on Etsy. And I was being inspired by Tapping Flamingo to get back into jewelry. And she said that's why she did it, because of Tapping Flamingo. I was like, see? Tapping Flamingo. And you guys, you're all corrupting us with your craftiness. So Marna, you don't have any baby dolls, right? Just the Baby Alives and a few other vintage things, but you don't really do baby dolls? I'm really hoping I can find some good stuff once the garage sale season starts up around here. Button jewelry. Oh, I love buttons. I have so many buttons, it's not even funny. All right, this is going to have to wrap over the edge. This will... What? How big are they American Girl doll babies? Because I've seen a few of those online for sale and I was curious. Nobody ever lists the sizes of stuff. It drives me nuts. I like tacky glue, but I don't like shaking the bottle to get it out when it's low. I should keep it upside down. Bitty babies. And how many troll dolls do you have? There's so many pretty porcelain dolls out there, but I'm not about to go. I would break all the porcelain dolls if I tried to. Yeah, that's not happening. Wait, how was I going to put this on? Crap. Like that, maybe? Especially Ashton Drake ones. Sometimes they're prettier than the sometimes they're prettier than the vinyl, but I'm just curious. I mean, at some point, I guess I only have a few dolls compared to you guys, so like, and I haven't counted them either necessarily, but I'm just curious. Like, I just want to see everybody's collections. I guess is like I want to see everybody's collection mode right now. Because when we do these challenges, we're only sewing for like a couple dolls at a time, and everybody's got so many different kinds of dolls, and I enjoy seeing variety. And so we can't sew for all of our dolls. That's like ridiculous, right? There's like way too many. Not enough hours in the day. Need another smallish piece. I really enjoyed seeing Jay's doll room tour. It was cool. I don't know. This is looking like a hot mess right now. In theory, it's going to look good when it's done. We'll see. Yeah, that's a good idea, Marna. More shelves. The one problem with my office up here is the walls are vaulted. Because it's not, I don't have straight walls up here in the upstairs. We've got like a Cape Cod style house, and so the walls, I only have like short shelf space, and then the wall goes up, and then there's like a narrow flat ceiling. So I can't put up shelves like all up the walls. Otherwise, I'd have a lot more storage up in here, but so that's kind of a bummer. because we haven't even seen all of Jay's baby dolls at one time. I saw some of that. I saw some. I've seen some drama already in the reborn community that I seems like they have the same issues as the BJD people do, and I don't really want to get involved in that. Like, I wanted to try to start following some reborn people, but I don't know. I was watching some BJD people, and not only do I not really care about, I don't want to hear about the drama, but I can't afford, nor do I really want or like a lot of those art dolls. And I'm an artist, so I get what they're saying, but like, I don't want to spend that kind of money on a doll. And I don't know. Like, the thought of spending thousands of dollars on a reborn doll that looks like a deceased baby, I don't know. I'm just not into it. But I do feel like I do want to get a kit and paint it myself. So I'll be very interested to see if what Jay, what you do with yours when you start yours, because I'm definitely going to do that at some point myself. I'm going to paint a doll, but I don't want it to look like real. I want it to still look like, I don't want to be able to fool people into thinking it's a real baby. I like dolls to look like dolls. I want them to be realistic, but I don't want them to look real. Realistic versus real. Does that make sense? Especially when they're sleeping. The ones that are sleeping, the reborns, and some of them, they just look like, they just creep me out because I'm like, oh, they look like they're like a Victorian death painting or something, you know? Yeah, I don't think I just don't like drama either. When I was younger and feisty, I did a lot of, God forbid. I'm sometimes so grateful that we had the internet when I was in my 20s and stuff, but like, growing up in my teens and stuff with the internet the way it is now, I would have gotten into so much trouble. So yeah, I don't want, I don't want to shame anybody for any dolls. I don't like it when people take real Takara Blythes and customize them because it's so hard. And like, here's my thought about real BGDs and stuff. I don't like it, and Takaras and things. I don't like it when people take real dolls that are expensive, not playline, and customize them because the market is already scarce, and that makes everything even scarcer, and that drives all the prices up for collectors, which is why I love to have fakes, because I feel like that is the perfect kind of doll to customize, and then that way everybody is happy. So at the end of the day, but as an artist, but I've been ripped off. I've had a multi-million-dollar company rip off my art and sell it. My mom found it for sale in Florida, and I'm here in Indiana. I know I get my shit ripped off all the time. So it's like, I know what it's like to be ripped off. So it's just such a gray area, and I just don't think, people shouldn't shame anybody, and not everybody, whatever. It's just, and I don't want to get into it either, because there's enough freaking problems in the world right now without having to worry about gatekeeping and making people feel bad, and you know there I have spoken. Yeah, I have an Odette. I have an Odette Takara. She was like the first one I bought, and I saw somebody on Instagram with one that was customized, and I'm like, I know why they do it. It's because it has the expensive real base, they can charge more for their customization. They can charge like $800, $900 per doll instead of like 300, right? That's why. But it's like, then when you try to go back and find, when you're trying to fill your collection and you're trying to find something secondhand or on the box, and they only make so many, and then that makes everything like ridiculously expensive. Like, God, imagine if somebody freaking customized a Lady Panacea doll or the 20 Years of Love doll. Those are already skyrocketed in price because they're rare and valuable already, and then yeah, so it just drives me nuts. I just don't have enough hours in the day, honestly, to I find my stuff on sites all the time, and I just don't, because I have a lot of designs and art on the internet, and I just don't have the time. And I mean, unless somebody's making millions off of it, I don't know. I could sit here all day and search for my shit, and exactly, that's the thing. There's no police, right? Like, I would never tell somebody not to do it. But if you're asking me my opinion on what I personally prefer, that's what I prefer. But I'm not going to go onto that person's site who's selling that Odette and say, you know what? I think that it's not cool that you're like taking that doll and customizing it because you're taking me. I would never do that. She bought the doll. She can do whatever the hell she wants with it. So, just would I personally do it? No. I personally wouldn't do it. I would personally want to customize a, a, a fake, but I'm not going to tell anybody or go on their page or advocate or anything else that they don't do it. I just personally don't prefer it. So, so that's why I don't understand the drama. It's like, you know, that's the only reason I only bring this up because I'm thinking of customizing an AliExpress kit, a reborn kit, and I know eventually somebody's going to go, you know, that's a stolen design by so and so, and baby, you shouldn't have bought that kit and repainted it. You know, I'm going to hear that at some point someday because eventually we all get trolls. So, whatever. That's my negativity for the day. I'm done with that now. I don't know that I like this. I should have done like, well, it'll be fine. I can't, no judges. This is, I should have put things, I could have put things closer together, but I'm thinking of grouting it, so I decided to leave it. I feel like it's too, I think maybe I spaced them too far apart. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just cardboard. If I don't like it, I can redo it. Good for you, Jay. I usually just, I don't know. I mean, people will sit there and go, I've had people, I've been on the internet for years, like I said, and so many selling and doing all kinds of art and stuff. And I've just had so many different, I've had every variety of comment and troll. And, you know, I used to get all upset. I usually just ignore them now. But like people came on in my early YouTube. The reason my very first YouTube account was when my son was a baby. So like my oldest videos on my art channel are when my son is a little baby, because I didn't, back then Facebook was just starting, um and it was like a way I had a blog because I don't have anybody that lives here near me in my family. So I would put the videos up on YouTube, and then I would make a blog post and then send that out to my family members so they could see videos of my son. And I've even had shitty comments about my kid, like making fun of him and stuff. It's like, how people are so evil. Like, why would you do that? Like, what is wrong with you people? Agreed. There's just too much toxicity. Every night I play video games online. I play a first person shooter game. And it is unbelievable the amount of toxic hate I get every night that I hear. And then it just drives me crazy. It is nightly. My life is full of trash talk and haters and evil people, and it's just really sickening. And no, but they would never talk to you like that in real life, you know? But this anonymity that people have online, that they think they just, I don't know, hate speech and insults and just toxic men yelling in my ear and all this. Because, it's a highly competitive game and your adrenaline gets up. And so what happens? It's the fight or flight response. And usually most people, these kind of people, their adrenaline's up, and so what do? They fight, you know, so they just lash out at everything around them because they're so frustrated, and then they have no manners and they don't think or care that they're how their words, and it's a culture, right? They've all of the gamers do this, and so they think, I don't know, it's just horrible. I don't like a lot of things about, I wish people were just nicer to everybody. I wish we were all nicer. That's gonna have to go over the edge, so I'll just throw this over the edge. And I was trying to leave spaces so I could put in little rocks, but then I don't know. This is why you need the grout, I think, because I could have put them very close together and then just used paint color as the grout. But people definitely need to get hobbies. I think having a hobby, it doesn't matter what, as long as you have a hobby, you're so much happier. You stop obsessing about other people. But then again, what happens? They start insulting each other in the hobby. So it's very upsetting. So what did you already ate dinner? What, it's like 9 o'clock there for you. Are you in bed with the dolls now, knitting, Jay? I gotta figure out how old my cousin's baby is. I wanted to go visit. They're coming to the States. They live in Austria, and they're coming to the States for a couple months so that they can be with their grandma. The baby can be with their grandma. And I wanted to go see the baby, but I don't know if that's possible. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I should knit the baby something. But I don't know how big she is now. I haven't knit a baby sweater in quite a while. Oh, crap. This probably wasn't a good shape to put here. You're in bed, yeah. Marna, Jay said she fell over the other day in her doll room. Luckily, she didn't get hurt. That would have been awful. Oh, that's nice. You still have Rosie and everybody living with you guys? Seven of you. I don't even think I could fit 7 people in my house. It's so small. A bigger piece. I don't know. Really, I need to be so fussy over this. Yes, I'm spilling her secret. She fell, but she's okay. Poor Jay. That would have been just so scary. Oh, to go be here. I'm falling now. Here I go. It's such a funny visual, Jay, that you say that, like a stranded tortoise. I know, right? Her shoulder just got better, and then, like, that could have been bad, actually. Hey, Marna, you know those pictures you showed me of the beautiful outfits you made, the beautiful things you made for Rosie? How come you don't show those off on your YouTube videos? She made a couple of tops for Rosie, and they were so pretty, and Rosie took such pretty pictures in them. Oh my God, she's like a child model. And I was like thinking, why in the world aren't you showing those on your YouTube? At least putting the links of those pictures on in your YouTube videos, like showing them off, because they were gorgeous. You did such a good job. They were so pretty. Yeah, she didn't put them on her. She messaged me them on Instagram. We were talking, and I was like, she didn't put them on her Instagram either. It was Jay. Yeah, Jay did it of Rosie, and they were so pretty, and I was like, why are you not showing them? She made some shirts for Rosie, and I was like, oh. And the pictures she took were like gorgeous, or whoever took those photos were just gorgeous. Rosie was so pretty, and I was like, why the heck aren't you showing this off on YouTube as well? Because she doesn't just do beautiful doll sewing, she does beautiful granddaughter sewing. So I'm just telling her she should toot her horn. Yes, so you should toot your horn and show that off on your YouTube channel as well, or your Instagram, because they were gorgeous. It's so pretty. And Marna, I want more Tonkana videos. I know you've been busy and recovering, so, but that puppy's growing fast. I want to see how cute she is. All we get to do is hear her squeaky, squeaky, squeaky in the background. She's with her toys. Squeaky, squeaky. My husband is spoiling the dogs now with a bark box every month. They get one with new little toys, because they get sick of the same toys and they stop playing with them, and or they chew my chihuahua finds the squeaky toy inside, chews it out, and then ruins it, because she has to get that squeak out of there. It's squeaker. She can't have it in there. And so I know, wouldn't that be nice? To be able to share pictures and stuff. If you had them on it, you could share a link, but you don't have them posted on Insta. Did he? Oh, goody. Yeah, I always hear that squeaky, squeaky, and I think then I think, oh, I want to see her, and then I think my own dogs, with the squeaky toys. It's funny. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Why are you about to fall down? Don't fall down. She's a pretty dog. Now, you have the mother. Wait, so how did you get her? Do you own the mother too? Because I've seen Katie, but how did you get or did you buy her from? I'm confused on Tonkana, Marna. Do you own the mother as well? The mama dog? I always used to want to breed dogs. It was on my bucket list of things to do. I don't know though. I wouldn't mind getting I'm sort of obsessed with chihuahuas. I wouldn't mind having a little mama chihuahua, and have her have some babies. But it's a lot of work and expensive, because if you're going to be a good breeder, you need to, And I wouldn't probably be able to give up all the babies. So you own both parents. Okay. Yep. But yeah, they're gorgeous. I mean, in the videos you showed me, they are gorgeous. What are their names? I'm making these too close together. Wow. Texas tea and Tikwa. Tikwa. Am I saying that right? Tikwa? Tikwa? So are you gonna Taikua? I gotcha. Taikua. Okay. Are you going to eventually breed Tonkana then? German Shepherds are so smart. My husband likes Huskies and down greyhounds. He'd love to rescue a greyhound, you know, from the racetrack or whatever. And so I'm like, dude, are you prepared? Like both of those dogs, we are so lazy, and like there's no way we don't have the property or the energy for big dogs like that. Like, I mean, I do have a fenced yard, but God forbid the greyhound should get out. And huskies, not only do they shed a ton, they get so bored. You just, oh, we're not the right owners. Even though I love huskies too, we are not the right people for those breeds. And so I wisely have talked him out of it. Oh, that would be cool. A service dog? Yeah, that would be really sweet. That's really important. Have you ever had a service dog before, Marna? Like trained one up? And I wouldn't even know how to start doing something like that. I'm not liking this floor, by the way. It's too rustic and rugged. It's definitely going to need to be grouted. I'm not sure. I'm such a neat freak. I like everything clean and lines, and I like texture, but I like clean lines. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to turn out. I can't judge it until it's finished, because it's going to look so different with the tile grout on. I'm going to have to try to go get some this week, I think. Are you going to continue, are you going to show some of that in Tonkana's channel maybe, or if you have time or whatever? That is going to rip open. Cool. That's another thing I would be nervous to have a channel about, because there are so many crazy animal people out there. I feel like you would be opening yourself up to, like, I follow a channel on here that's about Frisian horses in the Netherlands, and religiously I follow them every day. I love horses. I'd love to. That's like, now that I had the cancer scare, so now I'm like, my bucket list, I want to get back on horses eventually. And boy, some of the stuff some of the ignorance and unsolicited advice that they tell these people who have been, like, it's a professional horse breeding like, you know, stable. That is their job they have been doing for years. And these are like, you know, Frisian horses are some of the most rigorously um, pedigreed horses out there. They absolutely know what they're doing, but you hear like, God, when they were weaning this one colt, the amount of like crap they were getting about that they were being mean. I'm like, good Lord, they're just weaning the horse. You know, in the wild, horses do this, that, and the other thing. And why aren't you blah, 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 blah? And it's like, you think this isn't the first, this is not the first horse they've ever weaned, people. Like, they think they know what they're doing. Like, what, you follow them and you think they treat their horses so well, and all of a sudden they're weaning your favorite foal, and now you're like, think that they're doing everything wrong. It's like, I don't know how they put up with it. They have that channel's big though, so they have moderators that deal with the crazies. Yeah, right? Like, and I also don't, so my Chihuahua is rescued, but my dog, my other dog, I got from a breeder, a home breeder. And so it's like, there, yes, it's good to rescue, but it's also good if you want a certain breed and you want a puppy to train from, you know, you don't want to have to deal with the emotional baggage that comes with a rescue dog, and you just want a puppy. Like, it's like, why? There's some people that are like, don't you dare go to a breeder. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. It's like, again, people with opinions. Everybody should just hush. Just hush. You know, there are pros and cons of both. My Chihuahua has such horrible separation anxiety. She cannot be left alone. And, you know, that's because she went through several homes before we got her. And it just, you know, it's so, yeah, but that's a huge problem, like for us. It's a huge problem. And the other dog doesn't have that problem because we got her as a puppy, and she's had a nice stable house. And the one Chihuahua I had was so abused, she was terrified of men, and was completely, the other Chihuahua I rescued, she was completely, at a year old, she was completely unhousebroken, was terrified of men, and she wouldn't even let the people that she lived with touch her. And I remember I brought her home, and she was in the crate. Like, it took us forever to catch her, first of all, because I knew the people I was rescuing her from. They weren't bad people. They were given her as a puppy right when the woman was giving birth to her own child, her first kid, and she didn't want it. And it was her husband or boyfriend's grandmother who just brought them the puppy as a gift. And so I don't know. Anyway, it was just a terrible situation. And so I rescued her. I took her home, but I had to literally like lay on the floor in front of her crate for probably 3 hours with my hand in the crate. And then finally and she wouldn't come out, and she wasn't biting me or anything, but she was like growling, and finally I was able to get a hold of her, and I yanked her and stuck her on my lap. And after that, she was like completely bonded to me and wouldn't leave my side. But it was really strange, but I don't know why that, but it was weird. But she was like so skittish. It took years. It took years for her to trust my husband. It took years. It's just, I think in an ideal world, you do both, right? You get the dog and the breed you want for the characteristics and the jobs that you want them for, and then you also rescue. Like, if I went out and rescued a husky right now, oh, right, great me for rescuing a husky, but I am not the owner for a husky, so that doesn't do anybody any good, right? That doesn't do anybody any good. That dog wouldn't be happy with me. Just like, well, it would, but I wouldn't be happy because I'd have to change my whole life to make the dog happy. So, I don't know. I love Chihuahuas though. I love little dogs. I'm partial to little dogs. My aunt and uncle have they have a, what is he called? A Doberman. My cousin, he got a Doberman, and He's a police officer, and he got a Doberman. His dog is 120 pounds. And when my cousin passed away, they ended up with him, and he's a handful. He is an absolute handful, but he's a good boy. So, yeah, Chihuahuas are insane. And I, like every night, my Chihuahua, she cannot stand it if anybody comes near me in the bed. And not my husband, not my son. Even if my son has literally 5 minutes before been like hugging on her and like had him in her bed, and then he brings her to me and she lays in the bed with me. That's it. She's like super uber protective of my my bed and me, and she's crazy. But I understand. I don't know. I get them. I understand. Like, you know, if you get a certain breed. So I don't like it that she does that. I usually tell her no, but I can't cure her of it because my other Chihuahua, she was protective when people would bend over me, not in the bed so much, but if she was on my lap and somebody would bend over me to give me a hug goodbye or something, she would freak out. So I mean, that's just like typical Chihuahua, right? They get that little they're like protective of their owners or bed possessive. Sometimes she'll be sleeping because she doesn't like to be left alone in her crate, because I crate train all my dogs. So, but she's in there with the other dog, she's okay. But sometimes she'll be asleep and the other dog will move, Ladybug will move, and she'll bark and growl because she's woken up and she forgets that she was asleep with Ladybug in there and that she wanted to be in there with Ladybug. And then half asleep, she wakes up and she's like, like a dumbass. So, I mean, as long as you know the breed, I guess. I don't know. I'm getting really tired. And what have I done? Nothing. I've just sat up here and talked to you guys, and I'm already getting exhausted. I suppose I should wrap this up and go do my actual work my paid work that I have to do today before I get way too tired and have to go pass out for a while. As usual, I'm surprised and happy that people were on. I started the live stream to open up my AG doll because my camera's memory is full and I didn't want to not my camera's dead, but it needs to be charged, but my phone is full and I did not want to have to deal with that. So, but I'm happy I got to talk to you guys. Yeah, right? Yes, you have to tell. I agree with you, Marna. Every dog's got its pros and cons, right? Every breed. And I mean, with a little dog, aggression isn't good, but at least if they have that weird aggression, chances of them seriously hurting somebody are smaller than like if you end up with like, I don't know. I mean, I was out walking my Chihuahua one time and a guy was coming the other way and he was walking his Rottweiler and he was on the leash. And the Rottweiler lunged out of the guy's hand and attacked my Chihuahua. I scooped her up and I was holding her and he was literally jumping on me trying to get to my dog. And so the guy had been doing, it's like he had him on a leash and everything else, but when the dog is that big, there's not much you can do. So, oh, I can't wait to see your flapper dolls and your new outfits for your Jean dolls. And yeah, luckily nothing happened because I'm not afraid of dogs. I probably should be, but I'm not. So I turned around, and by the time I turned around and protected the dog and put my back to him so it couldn't get my face and stuff, and then he came over and wrangled the dog away. But it's like, dude, like if your dog is that freaking aggressive, do you think he should definitely be out? You definitely need a stronger leash system, and you probably need to muzzle him when you're walking him if he's going to do that shit. I'm sure he's perfectly nice to you at your house, but you can't be doing that. So, flappers are tomorrow. Yay, exciting. All right, good. I'm looking forward to that one very much. So, and Jay, I hope you go and remember to toot your own horn. on your rosy dresses. Don't forget, add them to your next video or something. And I'm going to go watch your videos on restoring AG dolls, Marna. So I'm definitely going to do Leprechaun. I think I'm going to do my goth doll as a Leprechaun. She needs to be brought out again. So I have ideas. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting with me this afternoon. It was really nice to talk to my good doll friends and, you know, thank you so much. Listen to me complain. So, all right. Bye, guys. Where is my, why won't my phone? Ah, there we go. Bye.